Hi YouTube, it's me, Good Dragon, from Local Dragon VTuber streamer. Impromptu video all of a sudden because I'm streaming right now. And it's a Tuesday. I don't know when this video will go up. Probably this Friday. Which means whatever video on Friday is gonna be probably next week. So, sorry. But we just got done watching the Pokémon Presents today. And holy crap, was it actually pretty good. Granted, again, I was keeping my expectations pretty low. But even then, it turned out to be really, really good. So, we're gonna swap over to the actual Presents. And granted, I skipped to about halfway in it because the first half of it is just generic. Hey, mobile games, apps, small update, whatever thing is there. So like Pokemon Go, Sleep, Cafe Remix, Unite, Masters, EX, and all that stuff. It's like, here's a small thing that's gonna be happening very soon. But when it gets to about this part, and they start to talk about the main series, it gets good. It gets real good. So, right here they're talking about the Switch 2 upgrade for Scarlet Violet. And at first I was like, you know what? You know, it makes sense. I have to talk about it and whatnot. Like, here it is. It's much better on the Switch 2. But what I was not expecting, and I'll just go ahead and skip forward to it. But when it gets to this part right here, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are they showing a legendary? The only time they've ever done that was when they had Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, and then most recently the shiny Rayquaza for the Terra raid. And it's like, why are they showing that off? Well, here's the thing, alright? Apparently, they're gonna be having the shiny versions of the 4 Pokemon of Ruin. So, Wo-Chien, Chien-Pao, Ting-Lu, and Chi-Yu. Starting pretty much when this goes up, the Wo-Chien one is already going. And each one of these is going for a week and a half. And the best part is, right here, shiny. They are pulling a Rayquaza again. Because when the game first came out, if anyone didn't play when the game first came out, and only more recently, with the Switch 2 upgrade of it, all of the legendaries, when the game first came out, were shiny locked. You could not get any shiny version at all unless you modded the game and were able to get the shiny version of it. Which if you saw any like PokeTuber doing like Switch stuff with like, you know, battles and whatnot, with like you saw the shiny versions there. Yeah. But officially, in my belief, I think this is the first time that they've ever unshiny locked a legendary. When it was shiny locked when the game first came out. Because I believe in Sun and Moon Gen 7, I think you could shiny hunt those right off the bat. And it wasn't until after that they started shiny locking legendaries. So in Gen 8, with Zacian and Zamazenta, you cannot get shiny versions of those. You still cannot get shiny versions of them unless you play Pokemon Go, and then that's it. Same thing with the Galarian birds. To my knowledge, you cannot get them shiny in Gen 8. You have to get them shiny within Pokemon Go. which I do have a shiny Galarian Moltres in the game during GoFest, but you know, it's whatever. And even to this day, still, if you play the main game, you cannot get them shiny at all. I could be wrong, and if I am, I apologize, but to my knowledge, you cannot get them shiny. And so when Gen 9 came out, people already knew going into it, any legendary will be shiny locked. You cannot get them shiny at all. This was like 5 years ago when the game first came out, and now all of a sudden, they're unlocking them for a week and a half. So you can do the Terra Raid, get a shiny version. And here's a bonus point, alright? You see down here in the fine print? Now, I'm gonna go with the assumption that you could probably only get one. And because, you know, if you do the raid one time, you catch it. If you do it again, just like the Rayquaza and the Walking Wake Iron Leaves, you can only catch one. Anytime after that, they run away. But what it says down here, and luckily I took a screenshot of it, so we can zoom and enhance. All right, enhance. So let me... I'm also doing this like on the fly, so sorry. But here's a screenshot I took. All right, it says, in order to receive one or more of the Pokemon featured in the Raid Battle event series, the total number of victories has to meet or go over 1 million before the end date. And if the collective number reaches over 1 million, everyone will be able to get another shiny legendary from that week. And during a given event period, that shiny Pokemon will be available in a mystery gift at a later date. So, and then you have to go online, all that other stuff. So, this is massive. This is huge as all hell. Now, will they unshiny lock Koraidon and Miraidon? Maybe. Or can we potentially get shiny Terra Rays of the other legendaries that are in the game? Maybe. I'm not getting my hopes up, but if we do, that would be hella dope. Because that way, you know, people who start shiny hunting like me can now get these as like as they come out, and that's awesome. But that's not all for Gen 9. Oh no. Oh no. In addition to this, they will also be having mass outbreaks happening at the same time, which is also really massive. Which, unfortunately for me, some of these I already have, so I don't have to do them. Like the Snorunt, Cubchoo, and the Charcadet. Because, you know, I already got them. Charcadet had a mass outbreak before, so I already did that one. But all the other ones, I'm okay with. And again, by the time this goes up, all of this will have already been starting. So, I probably would have done a shiny hunting stream by the time this goes out. So, yeah, this is crazy good. And again, you will need the DLC in order to do all of the mass outbreaks, which by this point people should have already got through all of it. But if not, you gotta get started now. You have very little time if you want to do any of these. But so yeah, for the grass one, we have Petalil, Capsicum, and Oddish, which I have one Petalil already by accident on stream. I was trying to shiny hunt something else, and that popped up. But the other two, totally okay with. And then on the 4th of August, we'll get Cubchoo, Snorunt, and I think Frigibax is what it is. For again, in my attempt to get other shinies, I got 1 Cubchoo and 3 Snowrunts because I was traded a shiny Cubchoo already, so I just gotta worry about the 1 ice that I don't have. And I'm good. And on the 18th, as it says here, we got Mudbray, Paldean Wooper, and Drillbur, which is still really good. I'm okay with all of those. And then fire type, we got Charcadet, which I'm not going for, which is, again, I still think it's weird that they're going with Charcadet again. But I guess the only other fire type that they probably could have gone with is like Fletchling. But even then, they could have gone with like another fire type. So it is what it is. But Vulpix and Numel though, I'm okay with it. Is in Legends ZA. So this right here in the Presents is what probably immediately kicked this off from a 6, in my opinion, to an 8. Off of this alone. And then of course we have like a little track, like a clothing outfit option, like same thing with like the book cover for the phone. Input like a code to get a clothing option, so yeah. But Pokemon Champions though, the next part of the Presents, in my opinion, where things just went even crazier. And you might be thinking, well, if it's already an 8, how can it get any much better? But boy, let me tell you why. Because Pokemon Champions, think of it as a combination of Pokemon Stadium and, like, you know, Pokemon Go, Gen 9, like, one entity into one game, basically. Because in Pokemon Champions, not only will you be able to transfer Pokemon from home into the game, which again, already off of that is pretty cool, but it's also going to be a mobile game. So if you already have the Switch one and it goes somewhere, you can have it on your phone, because Pokemon Home is on the phone as well. So you can keep on transferring back and forth. So you're gonna have Pokemon if you put in home in here. However, on top of that, as they say right here, you can recruit Pokemon from within the game itself. So, we still have no idea how this is gonna work. Because in my opinion, my assumption is that you can do challenges, missions, battles, whatever, and you'll get points based off of whatever you do. That way you can get Pokemon, build a team, battle, all that stuff. But it gets crazier, because not only will you be able to recruit them, if we skip forward a little bit, we get to this screen right here. And you might be thinking, what is this? Well, for anyone that has ever done competitive, you know how difficult it can be to not only get a Mon with the right ability, but if you're shiny hunting a Mon with the right ability and nature, you know how difficult it can be. However, we still have no idea how this is gonna work into all of that. But you can now freely assign stat points to whichever Mon you want, so you can build them any way you want. And you might be thinking, Well, that's weird. Why would they do that? It's competitive. They want to make it crazy as all hell. And this applies to stats, moves, and whatnot. So, things for the competitive scene just got way crazier. Because now, you can make any Pokemon any which way you want. So you can have a bulky as all hell special attacker. Or you can have a glass cannon Pokemon, you know? You can have it like be super defensive in one stat, but fragile in another. It can hit hard, while also being kind of slow. Or it can be fast, if you really want to have a really good setup mon, just to annoy the hell out of whoever you're against. Because can you imagine having like a prankster mon that can go first anytime it wants? Because imagine, oh, you're now paralyzed because of my ability? Well, guess what? Since I'm still fast as all hell, I'll just hit you again. And you're dead. Because imagine this for a moment. A ghost type. It burns you. Most time, it might be kind of slow, it might be kind of average. But imagine for a moment, it's fast as all hell. It outspeeds you and uses Hex. You are now dead. So yeah. Yeah. Things can get pretty busted probably very, very quick, depending on how things go. So, again, like they just showed with the whole in nature thing right here, you can get crazy with it. And I, for one, am all for it. I cannot wait and see the crazy things that people will come up with. For one battle, and then on the next one, change the team, or change one mon. Just one little thing in it, and that's it. It's gonna be crazy, and I am all for it. I am all for the shit. So, and the best part is the release date next year. A lot of people were hoping it was going to be early next year. We still don't know. All it says is 2026. It could be early, it could be middle, or it could be towards the end of next year. I am hoping that at a future, like if they do another Pokémon Presents, they talk more about it, of a potential release date for it. Because I would like to know more about the new things that they are adding to it. So I can't wait. But, and then of course lastly, we get to probably the biggest mind weirdness to date. We get the Legends ZA, alright? And of course, everyone wanted like customizing options to be out the wazoo, and you have it. You have even more crazier options than you probably did in any other Pokemon game. And I know for a fact that a friend of mine is probably really excited because now they can have a teal highlight in their hair. They can make their character look however they want. And I am happy for him. Because I know they wanted this stuff so bad in any game that they play. And to have that in a Pokemon game, you know, Game Freak might have their faults sometimes, but you have to admit they're kind of cooking with this one. I'm not gonna lie, they're doing kind of good. However, It comes with a heavy, heavy heart for any Dragonite fan, alright? If you're hoping for a really good mega design for a Dragonite, it comes with a heavy, heavy heart to tell you, you are wrong! You are wrong! Look at what they did! Look at what they did to our favorite Gen 1 dragon. Look at what they did. Alright. Look at that. Which, granted, the little bead on the tail, I like it. However, the wings on top of the head, why? Why? They could have had that set of wings, like, where its normal wings are at, and I would be totally okay with it. Or, if they could have just, you know, like they do with, like, Mega Charizard, and, I guess, shiny, Gardevoir, where they can change the color of it. Where instead of the normal yellow for a Dragonite, they could have made it the Dragonair blue. And it would be so much better. Now, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic and hope to God that it follows the Mega Gengar route, where, you know, with Gengar, it's like dark purple to dark purple and red. However, if you do the shiny one, it's like off purple to white. So I'm hoping that with the shiny one, you know, it goes from the weird green that I still like to blue. I hope they do that. Because if not, and they stick with the green, I'm gonna be sad, because look at how they massacred my boy. Look at him. He's happy on the outside, but on the inside, he's crying. Alright? He's crying like me. Alright? Alright? I feel his pain. I feel his pain. But still, I'm happy he got a Mega, because everyone wanted one, and we finally have one. So yay. Yay. I can only hope it would actually be good. And like my next thing that I'm hoping for is with the so-called evil team, that they're actually evil. They don't go the Gen 7, Gen 8 route, where it's like, we're evil, but not really. We say we do bad things, but we don't really do anything bad. We just cause a nuisance for everyone. Because as, you know, one of my mods put it, it's the Mafia. They can literally have an actual evil team for once. He looks evil. He's like evil personified. If they don't, I'm gonna be kind of sad. So I hope they do evil things. Especially with, like, the Mega Evolution stuff. And the rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. Like, they're somehow involved with it in some weird way. I will be down for that. Also, they're called the Rust Syndicate. Not a bad name. Like, not at all. It's actually kind of good. I'm okay with it. And then, of course, they only show off, like, other characters. We got Emma. Everyone wanted Emma back. She's back. Yay. Then we got, you know, new Professor Mabel. Kind of gives off, like, Team Galactic vibes, in my opinion. Because the whole hair, curl, and visor thing. That's just me. I don't know where she's from. She could be entirely new. I have no idea. Yeah, of course, it's like the whole thing, like the Rogue Mega Evolution that we saw at the last trailer with the glowy pink stuff, and they didn't show any of it. This is it. So I guess this is technically an upgraded, like, alpha Pokemon, because they kind of still have them in this, kinda, but now they put it one step higher with this. And I kind of like the fact that you have to team up with another member to fight it. So it's actually kind of cool. But I have to hope that they go like the Altaria route, make it Dragon Fairy, and not the Salamence route, and keep it Dragon Flying. Because they have an opportunity here to make it actually kind of good. And if they don't, I'm gonna be sad. That they could have cooked with this and they missed. So, hopefully when the game comes out, we'll know what it is then. And on that topic of when the game comes out, you might be wondering, oh, when does it come out? Well, we gotta go back a little bit. Right here, October 16th. Literally 3 months away. Just under 3 months away is when the game comes out. You can pre-order it right now, and it actually has a kind of a nice incentive. Well, I say nice loosely, because again, they could go an X and Y route, which, if anyone remembers, when X and Y first came out, you could pre-order and get a speed boosting Torchic, which later on, because it has the Mega Stone for a Blaziken, you could get a speed boosting Blaziken, and that thing was fucking busted as all hell. You can literally do 3 moves, get a +3 speed boosting Blaziken, and then just Blaze Kick everything to death. Yeah, I used it when I played through Y, and my god, that made the game so easy. On top of the XP share thing, it made it so easy to beat it, like, super quick. But even then, it didn't matter. You could turn the XP share off, speed boost Blaziken to your heart's delight. So, in that same vein, you can pre-order and get a Ralts with the Mega Stone later on. Which, just like X and Y, same thing. About like the 3rd gym, or around there, not only could you get a Mega Lucario, but you could also have a Mega Blaziken at like the 3rd or 4th gym. Super, super early. I would assume they might go the same route with this, where you could have the Ralts, level it up, get Gardevoir, and then as soon as you get the Gardevoir and you have the Mega Ring, you have a free Mega Pokemon right off the jump. Now, whether or not it's going to have its hidden ability, we don't know. And I tried looking at the website for it. Right, not this one. But right here. Which, by the way, here's the price for the game. The Switch 1 version is $60. The upgrade pack is $10. And the Switch 2 one is $70. So, these two combined, it's basically the same amount. Like 1 cent difference. But at least it's not $80. Like Mario Kart. So that's something. But yeah, reading through here does not tell you if it's gonna have its hidden ability or not. We will have to wait until the game comes out, if it will or not. But yeah, so This is already crazy. Oh, we could also get 100 Pokeballs as a gift. Apparently. So, you can go on a catching spree super early in the game if you want. And... yeah. Yeah. So... that's pretty much the end of the presents. That right there. So, in my opinion, this went from like an 8 out of 10 to a 9. And yes, I was given this link as well because they're gonna have a bundle if you get a Switch 2 with Legends ZA for $500 US. I don't know what it is in pounds, yen, whatever. You'll have to do the conversion. I don't know what it might be, but for $500 US, you'll save 20 bucks if you buy them separate. So you can save a little bit if you get a bundle. I don't know how worth it is going to be, but you know, it's there. But yeah, in my opinion, this is wild. Because again, like the first half just covered like random like Pokemon stuff, like concierge and all that stuff. So pretty wild that they showed off this much in 24 minutes. This was a 24-minute presents. Wild. Absolutely wild that they did this much in 24 minutes. So, honestly, a round of applause. Actually kind of good. So, yeah. If you watched it, hope you liked it. I liked it. If you did as well, let me know how much you liked it. Hit a thumbs up and all that other good stuff, because apparently, if you like the video, you get more stuff on this channel. Please and thank you. But yeah, so again, this is another impromptu one that I just made on the spot. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, don't forget to leave a like, comment, sub, all that usual good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day and or night, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.